Azizos was a fascinating deity in the ancient Near Eastern pantheon, particularly within the religious traditions of the Levant and Arabia. He was often worshipped alongside his twin or counterpart, Arsu, forming a divine pair associated with celestial forces, war, and protection. While Arsu was linked to the evening star, Azizos was identified with the morning star, the celestial body we now recognize as Venus. This connection made him a god of strength, swiftness, and divine guidance, attributes commonly associated with deities tied to the stars. Azizos was primarily regarded as a warrior god, depicted as a mounted figure riding a horse, armed with weapons to protect travelers, merchants, and warriors. His role as a guardian of caravans made him an important figure in the trade routes that crisscrossed the deserts of the ancient Near East. Merchants undertaking long and dangerous journeys through the arid wilderness invoked his name for protection against bandits, wild animals, and the natural dangers of the terrain. His connection to horses further reinforced his image as a swift and powerful deity, capable of ensuring safe passage and victory in battle. In some traditions, Azizos was associated with the Semitic war god Resheph, who was linked to plague and destruction but could also act as a divine protector. Like Resheph, Azizos was seen as both a bringer of war and a force of divine intervention. However, unlike Resheph's fiery and destructive nature, Azizos was often viewed as a noble and just warrior, embodying the light and strength of the morning star. His celestial aspect tied him to ideas of renewal, hope, and the triumph of order over chaos. Azizos and Arsu were particularly revered in Palmyra, an important trade city in the Syrian desert that flourished under Roman influence. In Palmyrene religion, the two deities were often depicted together, riding horses and protecting those who traveled through the city's vital trade routes. In this setting, Azizos became not just a guardian of warriors, but also a divine patron of prosperity, ensuring that merchants and their goods arrived safely at their destinations. This dual role as both a war god and a benefactor of trade highlights how interconnected commerce and military strength were in ancient societies. Beyond the Levant, Azizos was sometimes equated with deities from other cultures. The Greeks and Romans, for example, linked him to Ares or Mars, gods of war, while his celestial associations brought comparisons to the Greco-Roman interpretations of Venus, the morning star. This blending of influences demonstrates how deeply embedded Azizos was in the religious consciousness of the ancient world, transcending regional boundaries to become part of a wider tradition of warrior deities. Despite his widespread worship, Azizos, like many ancient gods, faded into obscurity with the rise of monotheistic religions. However, his legacy as a protector, warrior, and celestial force remains a powerful symbol of how ancient peoples understood the balance between conflict and order, danger and protection. Whether invoked by warriors or merchants, Azizos represented the hope that, with divine guidance, one could overcome the perils of the world and emerge victorious.